Hello everybody, I'm Trupti and welcome to my vlog, yes, Yoga and Stories. Today is a very auspicious day according to the Hindu calendar. So it's called Ekadashi. So it is Shayani Ekadashi or Ashadi Ekadashi. So what does it mean? So Ashad is the month which is just begun, and Ashad is this month when monsoon starts. So it's around June, July according to the Hindu calendar. And Ekadashi is the 11th day. So it's the 11th day of the lunar phase. So lunar phase is obviously we have the moon phases, and it's the 11th day of the waning, the waxing moon. Sorry, so Shukla Paksha. Shukla is bright. Krishna Paksha would be the waning moon when the moon is getting smaller and becoming no moon, and now the moon is waxing into the full moon. Okay, so on the Ekadashi day, what we do is most of us fast and to celebrate this very auspicious day. And what is the significance of this day? One thing is they say that Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, he fell asleep today in the cosmic ocean, the cosmic ocean of milk. So it's called Shir Sagar. So Shir in Sanskrit means milk, and Sagar is ocean. Yeah, so he fell asleep there on his serpent. He's got this serpent Sheshnag, so he fell asleep on his on the cosmic snake. And after 4 months, he wakes up, and that's another Ekadashi which will come after 4 months. So mostly we fast today, and then many people also take vows that for the whole 4 months maybe they're going to not eat something or the other food, or they're going to just be very minimalistic. So it's a very good event for sustainability. The other thing is that most Hindus, some of them who eat fish, will stop eating. So they're completely vegetarian in these 4 months because of and it has also a logic behind it scientifically, because it's monsoon, and then you have the sea is quite rough and the water is choppy. So that way, the fisher folk in Bombay, for example, where I was born and brought up, so the fisher folk called the Koli people, they will stop fishing also. So it has a lot of, as I said, scientific significance. The other thing is Krishna tells this significance. I mean, the story to Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir is the oldest of the Pandava Putra, the sons of the Pandavas. If you're familiar with Mahabharata, and Brahma also narrates this story to his son Narad Muni. Oh, so what is the story about? The story is about the king Mandata, who was a very pious king. But then this king had there was drought in his kingdom, so that's why they pray and fast, what you call vrata. So you vow that you're going to fast and live very minimalistic, so that the rains come. So they pray to the rain god Varun, so that the rains come, and then the rains came, and that's why it is like a special day. The other thing is that today we pray and we do a lot of puja of Vithala. So Vithala is like a form of Vishnu, also called Panduranga in Maharashtra. So Vitthal concept is quite popular in Maharashtra. Bombay is the capital of Maharashtra, so or Mumbai, and also very popular in South India. So Karnataka and the other parts of South India, you call it Vithala. So wheat is a brick, and thala is like where like Vitthal, he came and he placed himself, so he stood on the brick. So that's why he's Vithala. So the story behind it is there was this person called Pundalik. So Pundalik, some people called him Pundarika, some people call him Pundalik. These are all Indian dialects. So Pundarika was like a very amusing man. He was like so fond of his wife that he couldn't think anything except his wife. And then suddenly he goes like somewhere out and he meets this sage called Kukuta. So now for the yogis, especially the ones who are very familiar with Ashtanga yoga, you must be knowing the Kukutasana. I'll make another episode on how you perform Kukutasana. Today is difficult because I'm wearing my grandmother's sari. Uh, and yes, so he meets this sage Kukuta, and then some sort of transformation happens to him, and then he goes home, and then he really takes care of his parents, his aged parents, and then he's serving them, and he cooks food and he serves them, and then while he's serving, Vithala or Panduranga comes to meet him because he's very amazed by this person that he has transformed so much. So it is the Bhakti Yoga path. So what happens is when Panduranga comes and knocks at his door, so he says, "Yes, who's there?" And but he doesn't even look behind. He's still serving his parents. So he says, "Oh, me, Panduranga, Vithala." So he says, "Okay, whoever you are." He's so engrossed and busy with his parents. He says, "Just hold on there," and he just flings a brick which is lying around and says, "Just wait on that brick. I'll be back as soon as I finish with my parents. I have to serve them. They're eating. And once they're done, I'll come and serve you." So that's the story of Pundalik. Now, some of the theories say that Pundalik is actually, it's actually was Kundali. So his name was Kundali. So it represents Kundalini, what you call the Kundalini aspect. And that's why the brick represents the Muladhara chakra, which is the lowest chakra, your root chakra, and and the serpent, because Vishnu is sleeping on the serpent. So it's also the Kundalini is also called the serpent energy, which is like the snake. Yeah, so that's all about Kundalini and what you call Pundalika and this story. Now I'll go on and tell you how it is in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, the Varkari people, those who are in Bombay will know the Dabawala, you call it. Those are the tiffin box people. I mean, Bombay is really dependent on them because these people go home to everyone's houses and they carry your tiffin boxes and then they get them back home. I mean, back to your office, sorry, wherever you are. So it's like warm food is catered. They never make a mistake. So it's like, all your Six Sigma, lean, whatever sort of, it's very strategic and they are very good mathematicians. So these people have, they always recite and go in a very trance, they keep on saying Vithala, Vithala, Vithala. They keep on chanting Vitthala's name. And many of them also go on a pilgrimage to Pandharpur, where the Panduranga temple is. Yes. So now I would just want to show you Vithala. So this is Vithala. This is it's like a form of Krishna. Now, Krishna, I have a very small Krishna figure here. So this is Vithala, and that is his wife, Rakhumai or Rukmini. But mostly in Marathi or in Maharashtra, we always say Vithala, Vithoba and Rukmai, or Vithala and Rukmai. Now, Vithala and Rukmai, both of them, if you see, they have this, they always have this hand like this. So let me just stand now and show you. So it's like this position. So the right hand, so represents the Pingala Nadi, the sun principle, and the left hand it represents the Ida Nadi, which is the Chandra Nadi, and then they both come together here and go through the Agna chakra to become the Brahma Nadi or the what you call or the Sushumna Nadi. So that's about everyone who does pranayam and is familiar with yoga, you'll know it. And some of the theories say that it seems that Pandharpur, in years ago, it was, or really many years ago, it was also a Shiva temple. So it was the Nath culture. So if you look at Jnaneshwar, all of them are all the saints of Maharashtra who are like who are very much into Advaita Vedanta philosophy and very much into Vithala and all that. So it's like an amalgam of this of Shiva and Vishnu. So they say that it was a Shiva, but then they converted. I mean, not the saints, but the people somehow. If you read history, that it was made into Vithala. There's also the Hari Hara. So Hari is Vishnu, Hara is Shiva. Yeah. So now, if you look at uh, Vithala, his crown, it signifies, it looks like a lingam, so a Shiva lingam. So that's the way it's represented. I mean, that's the way. So now coming back to the Varkari people, and they sing a lot of songs, and many people in Maharashtra, they will sing the whole night long, they'll sing Abhanga. So today I will end this chat with one of my favorite abhangas, which is written by the saint Namdev. So there are many saints: Jnaneshwar, Tukaram, Namdev, Eknath, and goes on and on and on. And these saints were very much into Advaita philosophy and worship and devotion towards Vithala. So I'll just first recite the whole Abhanga. It's called Abhanga. So these are like poems what the saints wrote. There are lots and lots of poems, and they are called Abhanga. So Abhang is something like Kirtan or Bhajan, as you know it all over India, but in Maharashtra we call it Abhanga. So this Abhanga is, I'll read the Abhanga and I'll also tell you the meaning of the Abhanga. So it says, Tirtha Vithala, Kshetra Vithala, Deva Vithala, Deva Puja Vithala, Mata Vithala, Pita Vithala, Bandhu Vithala, Gotra Vithala, Guru Vithala, Guru Deva Vithala, Nidhana Vithala, Nirantara Vithala. So I continue with the meanings first. So Vithala, Tirtha Vithala is the holy water. So water is so significant that's why Tirtha is also something that if you go to temples or if you have your yagya, I mean Agnihotra, I mean a ceremony, a fire ceremony, at the end you always have this water which is like, sanctified. It's like holy water and you drink it like this. So like this. So that's Tirtha. So Tirtha, the holy water body is Vithala, Kshetra Vithala. So Kshetra in Hindi or Marathi would mean territory, and in Sanskrit it means, here it means like Kshetra, the territory. So in this case, it's like a metaphor. It's like your body, your instrument, your residence, your home for the soul is Vithala. And then it goes on to say, Deva Vithala, Deva Puja Vithala. So Vithala is the God, and Vithala is my worship. Vithala is my mother, Mata Vithala, Pita Vithala. So my father is also Vithala, Bandhu Vithala. So my brothers and sisters, my siblings are Vithala, Gotra Vithala. So Gotra is your clan. So generally we call it the Rishi lineage. So the seer from where you've been, it's very patriarchal in this case. So it's your Gotra, your clan is also Vithala. So actually, it's great because actually we all have our own different clans. But here, by saying that you're coming from the same God, so it's like you are the Atma, you are a part of Paramatma. So it makes life easier. It's like, you bring the whole world together by thinking like this. And then then he goes on to say, Nidhana Vittala, Nirantara Vittala, which means Nirantar is eternal. So Vittal, so God is eternal, and Nidhana Vittala is God is tranquility. And then now the last couplet is always of any Abhanga or Kirtan generally is like mentions the poet's name and says what he thinks about or why he composed this piece or what he found in this. So here Nama Bhane, so Nama is like the short form of the saint Namdev. So Nama Bhane Maza Vithala Sapadala. So Sapadala is that I got. So this is all Marathi, it's not Sanskrit. Abhangas are generally in Marathi. So Nama Bhane Maza Vithala Sapadala Bhanuni Kalikala Padanai. So Namdev says, I found my sanctuary in Vithala, therefore I won't be met with any harm. yes, so he has so much faith and it's so much devotion that when you have this eternal faith, when you have this belief in yourself, and because you are also a representation of Vitala, you are the Atma, the Jivatma. So that's why if you have this faith, yeah, that something is there, someone is there who's always there for you. It's like nobody can harm you, not even Corona. Okay, it doesn't mean that you go around. Uh, I mean, it just came up to my mind now because everything is so much Corona still. So I just thought about it. But obviously, I don't mean to say that you have to go unattended. That's not your dharma. You have to follow your path. You have to take all the precaution and etc. etc. Okay, so now I will try to sing this Abhanga. I'm not a trained singer, but I'll try to do my best. Okay. Tirtha Vittala Chetra Vittala Tirtha Vittala Kshetra Vittala Tirtha Vittala Kshetra Vittala Tirtha Vittala Kshetra Vittala Deva Vittala Deva Puja Vittala Tirtha Vittala Kshetra Vittala नाममणे माझा विठ्ठल सापडला नाममणे माझा विठ्ठल सापडला म्हणून कळी काळा पाड नाही म्हणून कळी काळा पाढ नाही तीर्थ विठ्ठला kshetra vittala. So that was just a short variation. So with that, I wish you all a happy Ashadi Ekadashi, and I hope that you will walk on the path of some little bit of sustainability and find your own strength, find your own devotion, and follow your path and stay healthy and happy. And see you again soon. Bye bye.